So you was telling me, what are you doing in Mexico? See, working in the Ajusco?
Yeah, we're going almost every day to Ajusco. It's the community.
All the group?
Yeah, all the group together.
Yes.
We work there with two groups. One group is younger kids from the ages of 5 to 9, and one group, the older kids, is 10 plus, like everyone who wants, until 18. Yeah. And we do with the kids informal education, which is playing with them by games, teaching them how to teamwork and to think outside the box and to be creative, and a lot of things that they don't get from other places sometimes. So that's what we do mainly, but we also go once a week to La Roma. There's a community there, an indigenous community of the Otomis community.
Yes.
Very
In middle of the city.
Yeah, they live actually in a very beautiful street, but like they don't have a building. They're just like, they're really different from everything there. They live in like a favela. So
Right.
They don't really have like running waters in the area that like in where they live. There is a really big dissonance, like in the that they live. Like they come every Tuesday for like 2-3 hours, and we just like let them be kids. They play, like actually learn things through like playing and enjoying themselves.
Yeah. How do you communicate with them? Because I see you don't speak Spanish, and I'm very sure that many of them, they don't speak English, and unless Hebrew.
To begin with, we came with, some of us know a little more, some of us know a little less. Most of us understand more than we can speak, but we really try a lot of like communicate with them and to study more Spanish. And we have here Spanish lessons, and we try to improve ourselves like in our free time, and like every day like study more and improve ourselves in Spanish.
Who can tell me why you decided to come to Project 10 here in Mexico?
I can say for myself that many of my friends did their post-army trip with Project 10. And like for me, it was known that it's a great thing, but doing a lot of good in the world, and is actually a way to travel and donate something for myself to the community. And like I totally agree with everything I was told before, and I think it's really special. And it's really special to travel and to volunteer and to get to know new communities and new places. And like that's my reason. I guess some will agree.
Somebody else? You're the only guy here.
I'm the only guy here.
So how is it to be the only one within?
I came for the girls.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I think we all like have some interest in education, and for me at least it was like a really great opportunity to try to have different experience than the thing we met in Israel, and to try like explore the world and like other communities or other systems. And I can say it really is like that. Like it really is a great experience for us.
Somebody can tell me why they decided to come to Mexico, especially? Because there are many other places, or many when they want to travel and just go all around South America and other places. Somebody?
Yeah, well, I can tell for myself that Mexico always interests me. Like, it's a giant country with giant communities, and it's divided to so many places. You have the beaches, and you have the Mexico City, and you have everything. So I really want to come here to see what it's all about. It sounds like a dream to come to Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming to Mexico, I'm sure to that being part of Project 10, it's also a learning for you, not just for the people you are helping. But did you know something about Mexico? Did you imagine what it was Mexico? Or did you have an image of Mexico like, I don't know, in horses, hats, I don't know. What was your image you have about Mexico, and how did it change coming here?
I believe that nobody really knows what's happened truly in Mexico. We like hear what the travelers say and what the media says, but we don't know like about the actual people that live here, about the struggles, about all the things that behind the people reviews about this place. So we learned a lot about how people really live in here, about the different communities and all those things.
What was your most impressive surprise you got from living in Mexico? All right.
Me?
At.
I need to think about it. What is the most surprising thing? Well, I don't know.
All right. Somebody else? After 1 month and a half being here, something that has surprised you about?
For me, for a long time I avoided from going to see where the Otomis community lives, and yesterday I went to see, and it was the thing that shocked me the most. Like everyone here.
Why?
Because to me, it's like I meet them as children, and I play with them as children, and I don't think of them as something more than that. And to see how they live and the struggles they struggle with in such a young age, to me it was shocking.
I'm almost sure I was telling you that many people in Mexico don't know that there is an Otomis community in the middle of the city. We have the meant that there are these kind of people, but an Otomis community in exactly the middle of this big city. For you it's impressive, for me it's more now to know about it. And how has it changed this project then, your way of thinking about the world and the future and what is happening all around the world? It has something influenced you?
Yeah, I think that I want to connect to what Maya said now. I think that when you see the world the Otomis lives in the middle of what I said, like in the middle of a beautiful street, it describes the big inequality in Mexico, and that's like the thing I learned the most, that there are people here that living in the top of the world, and people like trying to survive every day, and they're in the front of the face, and everyone sees them, and no one does anything for that, and no one even like looks right and left and checks how others live. And I think that's like the most eye-opening experience I experienced here in Mexico, that people just...
It looks like doesn't care.
Yeah, and we also learned that outside of Mexico, sometimes people like have those thoughts about Mexicans that maybe they don't work enough, maybe they're just not trying enough to go out of poverty and stuff. And we learn here that it's not only because of that. Some people are just not lucky as other people. And I think that was the mind-changing I experienced.
I can tell you that my daughter, she's 16 years old, she wants to study something because she's very impressed about that, saying that it doesn't matter, it's very curious that it depends in which side of the street you were born, the opportunity you have. You can be born in the right side of the street or in the other side, and you can have the opportunity to go to a big school or or don't go to the school. So that's why she wants to fight against these, let's say, injustices you can see in places like Mexico City or other countries. And who can tell me what is the impression that the people who are working with you, when you are working with them in the Ajusco or in the Otomis community, feel about seeing people from Israel, from around the other part of the world, and that maybe they don't know exactly where there is Israel, or they knew about Israel, or they didn't hear, and suddenly they came somebody and tell them, oh, I'm from Israel and I come to work with you and help you. She wants to say something. Who wants to answer? Who wants the impression that it has given the people to you?
I think that it's not like that when we tell them we're from Israel, they're like shocked and amazed. Most of the kids, I think, don't know where or what is Israel. But when I came here, I was like, won't they think it's weird that a bunch of strangers came to play with them? But surprisingly, I feel like it was very natural to most of them. They just saw a bunch of people who wants to do good things, and they came to the center and having fun, and they wanted to come again. And like, if in the beginning we didn't really know, like, should we bring up from Israel? It's not a secret, but like, it's not what we're doing here. It's not the main thing. So for now, like, I can tell you for today, some kids can ask, how do you say this in Hebrew, and how do you say that in Hebrew? And
I'm sure all of them, they ask you how they say their names in Hebrew and how they write it, no?
No, actually, even more the small things, like I can I can talk to a girl and I'll say gracias, and then she'll be like, how do you say gracias in Hebrew? And I'll say toda, and then you'll say her toda. Or later she'll come and she'll say toda. It's like, it's more.
All right, and you learn Spanish already.
Yes.
I hope only the good words.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to ask you what did you learn about it. And the last, you know, you are going to have the opportunity to be part of a very, very important part for, I say, Israel, for the Jewish community, and for Mexico, some part like it's called here Huixquilucan. Huixquilucan has an, let's say, brotherhood with a Hevel Eshkol in Israel. And nobody says, oh, what does it help? But now we are going to have a house, especially a special place, not only a house, a special center to help people, where the people that came to Project 10 will be working. How do you know about something about it? How do you feel? All right, I'm telling you. Niña, you can tell us a little bit in Spanish.
Sobre la hermandad.
No más que sobre la hermandad, sobre la casa que van a abrir en Huixquilucan.
Ah, ok. Bueno, en español.
Sí.
Primero que nada ya la abrimos, ya la
perfecto.
tenemos. Estamos trabajando en el edificio de la delegación. Está muy raro que la cámara esté tan cerca.
Ahorita te la alejo, no te preocupes.
Si quieres yo me alejo. Entonces ya abrimos una casa en Ayutuxco. Lo que estamos haciendo es, junto con la comunidad, con la ayuda del delegado, que es el líder comunitario de Ayutuxco, con su esposa, que son personas muy involucradas en la comunidad, nos ayudaron a esparcir la voz y ya llevamos 1 mes y medio trabajando. El primer día llegó un niño, literalmente, a las actividades, el segundo día llegaron 3, el tercero 5, y así hemos estado subiendo.
¿Es donde ha ido el grupo?
A los grupos de niños.
No, pero a estos es donde está este grupo, ahí en Huixquilucan.
Sí, ellos son el primer grupo de Project 10 en México, en la Ciudad de México. El caso es que los números han ido subiendo, las mamás están felices, también ya tenemos un grupo de mujeres, de casi 10 mujeres, la mayoría de ellas en sus 50 para arriba, y están terminando la secundaria y la preparatoria justo en el mismo edificio donde nosotros nos voluntariamos, y se hizo una conexión muy buena entre nosotros, y estamos llevándoles talleres 1 vez a la semana, y ahorita estamos haciendo ya una cooperación con una organización que se llama MITS, que ellos se profesionalizan.
De Judía Char.
Sí, la conoces.
Trabaja en el bordo de Xochaca y hace cosas increíbles. Qué bueno que
Entonces,
está por
la idea es llevar a Judith y a su organización con las mujeres de Ayutuxco. Y bueno, también en la comunidad Otomis de la Roma nos costó mucho trabajo al principio.
¿Cómo llegaron a la comunidad Otomis? O sea, es algo...
Con cadena. Escuchó sobre esa comunidad y junto con ellos yo empecé esta relación ya casi hace 1 año. Tardamos muchas visitas, muchas horas de trabajo en generar la confianza, porque son una comunidad muy golpeada que de verdad no le creen a nadie ya, porque de verdad todos los han tratado de robar, de sacar.
¿Dónde están exactamente, más o menos?
Tienen 11 edificios, 11 predios entre la Roma y la Juárez.
Wow.
La mayoría está en la Roma. La comunidad con la que nosotros trabajamos está en Zacatecas 74.
Wow.
Un edificio que se cayó en el terremoto
del 79.
Y ahí el gobierno los puso. Desde entonces mucha gente los ha estado tratando de sacar, el caso es que viven de verdad en unas condiciones muy duras. Gracias a Dios se formó esta unión. Están viniendo 1 vez a la semana a Huerto Roma Verde, que es un jardín comunitario muy bonito.
Sí, que está ahí en la Roma.
Exacto.
También.
Y ahí hacemos actividades con ellos. Nosotros estamos con los niños mientras traemos profesionales de cadena a que estén dando estos talleres a las mujeres. Y bueno, entonces tenemos la comunidad de la Roma y tenemos la comunidad de Ayutuxco. La mayoría de nuestro trabajo es en la comunidad de Ayutuxco, 3 veces a la semana. En la Roma
que es donde nos platicaba que estamos aquí.
Exactamente.
Oye, ¿cómo se dio con Ayutuxco? ¿Cómo se dio con Huixquilucan y con Enrique Vargas?
Yo estaba buscando, en este año que estuve buscando, haciendo un scouting de lugares para abrir el centro, estaba buscando un lugar, un pueblo que sea, estaba buscando algo cerca de la comunidad, para poder integrar a la comunidad, a las TNOT, al trabajo que hacemos. Y subió esta idea por parte de Dani Liberan que debemos de reforzar esta gran conexión que tenemos con
Huixquilucan.
con Huixquilucan y con el Estado de Israel. Y por qué no, de verdad encontramos un pueblo que es muy tranquilo, son muy abiertos, están dispuestos a recibirnos y más que nada pues hay lugar para nosotros.
Oye, y dijiste la comunidad, ¿cómo están integrando a la comunidad? Porque el Project 10 normalmente no integraba a la comunidad, es más, no iba gente de la comunidad a Oaxaca, sí. No se daba el caso, muy raro que alguien de la comunidad se fuera, principalmente era para gente que venía de Israel. Entonces, ¿cómo están pensando integrarlo? Supongo que con las misiones de cadena también, pero está la Sognut, dijiste las Nuot.
Empezamos la primera oportunidad que hubo de integrar la comunidad con la comunidad judía con la comunidad de Yotuxco fue una brigada de limpieza que hicimos. Fuimos a limpiar el río de Yotuxco. Si no me equivoco, sacamos 15 toneladas
wow.
de basura. O sea, literalmente un camión completo, desde llantas de tractores hasta lavados, hasta excusados, lo que no te